Hi there. I am so looking forward to our 4N meeting next Tuesday, 10 a.m., 17th of November. We have got the simply amazing Paul Newton for Mental Theft, and he's come along today to tell me a little bit more about his 4Sight. It's got the challenging and moving title, When COVID Takes Your Dreams Away, Can a Crowdfunder Make It Okay? Hi, Paul.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm doing good, and I'm so pleased that you're able to come along and do this little promo with me.
Dude, do you know what? This promo and this 4Sight is down to, in part, you kicking my backside to make it happen. Because I don't know if you remember, I just floated on one of the team groups that I might tell the story about how a crowdfunder helped me. And I literally got a response from you in a personal message saying, give me the title. And I'm like, but I haven't written anything yet. And you're like, no, just give me the title. We're booking it in. Come on, give me. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, this is going to happen. So yeah, you're officially the first person that booked me. So
I'm so glad that I did, and I'm so looking forward to it. So come on, mate. People who don't know you, give us a little bit of your background.
Okay, so I'm a magician and mind reader and a hypnotist, and I steal stuff for a living. I purposely use mind reading to steal passwords and PIN numbers. Now, I've been doing that as keynote talks around the country for quite a while. It's been going for about a year and a half. Oh, no, 2 years now.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I started using 4N as a way to find out if there was a business there in the first place. So I started doing 4Sights around the subject. And while I was doing these tours, I found actually it's not just a talk, it's a potential book as well. And the book idea kind of implanted in my brain, and it was sat there for ages. And I never had the time to do it because I was running all around the country doing my job. COVID hit.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I went into some kind of depression for a couple of weeks, maybe 3. I had certain people within the network, some of my buddies outside of the network, literally kick my backside and get me back up and running and point out that people still needed my help, and actually they need it more now than ever. And one of my mates, he's my photographer and my marketing genius, he said, that book that you've been thinking about, it's time to write it because you've got the time now. And it's a way of people getting that information out of my head without them paying a consultant fee for a day. You know, if we put this book out there for 15 quid, people can have loads of my knowledge for not much money. And I was like, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
And we started looking into it. We started looking into the costs of launching a book, and we started getting really into, and to do it the way that we would be happy with was going to cost us about $4,000. And I'm like, look, both of my businesses, the magic and the keynote speaking, have just absolutely crashed. I'm not allowed in front of people. I can't afford that. So we looked again and we went, right, if we went real bargain basement on the costs, we could do this for $2,000, maybe. Okay. But $4,000's the real target. And he said, what about crowdfunder? And I said, don't be silly. Nobody will put into that. People won't follow it. And then somebody else said to me, what about crowdfunder? And I said, don't be silly. This was somebody who'd run a successful crowdfunding campaign. And I said, no, won't work. I'll get to 50 quid. And that's if I get my dad involved, kind of thing. Then crowdfunder got in touch and they said, we want you to do a crowdfunder.
They got in touch with you? Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, why do you want me to do it? And they said, we've heard the idea and we think this will fly. We will help you back it. And I'm like, okay, I'll look at making the project. And I did. I started looking and tinkering with their website and putting it all together. And then Jesse, the marketing guy, went, right, so this is the date we launch it. And I tapped it in. I was like, it's only like 3 weeks away. Yeah. And he did something that I now know is very clever. And he said, yeah, it's all right because we can change it at any time. But that's the date we'll go with. Like, oh, yeah, all right, okay. And we started putting it all together and putting rewards together and putting stuff in that people might want in the book, the other things that people will want and will help them be secure. And then it came to launch day. Me and Jesse nearly had an argument about it. I ended up hitting the launch button and then going, oh dear, it's on. And I swear to you, I said to him yet again, I said, 50 quid. We're going to get to 50 quid and that's it. In the first hour, I went over 600.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just couldn't believe it. Really couldn't believe it. I won't tell the whole story.
No, that's what next week's about.
But we ended up at nearly 7 grand.
That's fantastic.
Mate.
I'm so looking forward to hearing this 4Sight, Paul, because I remember when you first put it out there, and I'm on board with it. I was on board with it straight away, and it's just kind of such a great story, and it's going to be inspirational. So
I couldn't believe how many people jumped on it just with my words of what I'm going to do. Nobody had seen a written word, a chapter title, a title for the book, nothing. And they went, yeah, we're on that. It's nuts. It's absolutely
fantastic. So next Tuesday, 10 a.m, 4N Chichester, that's the 17th of November. The link to book yourself in is in the comment below this video. Get yourself booked in now. It's going to be a full house. Paul, thank you so much for your time today. Looking forward to seeing your 4Sight next week.
Dude, anytime. You've just got me out of doing some gardening. The wife thinks I'm working hard now. Thanks.
And she won't know until she sees this video later, and she'll probably won't be looking at your stuff on Facebook anyway. Thanks, mate. Take care.
Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye.